Hello. Welcome back to Let's Talk Ray Bradbury. If you've not subscribed to our channel, please do. So here in the Let's Talk Ray Bradbury playlist, I have been reading through another collection of Ray Bradbury short stories. We have about 90 more to go in this collection, so it's going to take a long while to get through. But let's get right to it. Today's tale is Mars is Heaven from 1948 from the collection The Stories of Ray Bradbury. This is the 11th story in this collection, if you are following along with me. So in this tale, brief synopsis, Captain John Black and his rocket ship crew of 16 from Earth have just arrived on Mars after a long flight. They are shocked that when they get there, what they find appears to be a small Midwestern American town from circa 1929. Black goes off with his navigator, Lustig, to investigate. They begin floating several theories about how this remarkable occurrence could have happened, since they are like the first flight to the area of Mars. They think that perhaps it's parallel evolution on Earth and Mars, but they dismiss that quickly. They think that maybe rockets were invented on Earth secretly years before, and that this colony had been there and without their knowledge and had brought with it its customs from the time. Another theory, a darker theory, is that perhaps there are in fact telepathic Martians who, fearing the warlike humans with their nuclear weapons, may have been using their telepathic powers to subdue them quietly and easily without any kind of fight. But soon they start to see something remarkable, even more remarkable than the towns itself. They realize that these houses are populated by their dead relatives. In all, 16 crewmen find that their departed loved ones have been living on Mars apparently for years in the homes of their childhoods, and they're sort of spellbound by this occurrence, this sudden ability to once again see their fathers and mothers and brothers and sisters. So that night, they all go off with their families, enjoy the day, have meals with them, and then eventually they lay down to sleep. Black himself goes up to his old childhood bedroom with his brother, and he lays there, and he just can't shake this feeling that something bad is going on, and that this has all been a trick by Martians to lull them into inaction. Deciding to go out and investigate, he says to his brother, who notices him waking, he says, "I'm thirsty, I need to go get a drink." And brother says, "No, you don't." And he makes it about 2 steps towards the door, screams, falls, and the story ends. And all except for the fact that the next day the Martians in their little villages are burying 16 people who died mysteriously during the night in freshly dug graves. So this is Bradbury at his horrifically playful best. What you would think is a light little tale about nostalgia for middle century Midwestern America, as many of Bradbury's stories are. There's actually something darker brewing beneath the surface. This idea that what appears to be heaven may not be exactly that. And, in the end, it's actually a horror story. You don't really know it until the end, but Bradbury gets us to play along with him very, very well. And that's one of the scary abilities that he had as an author, is like he takes something that blends nostalgia with all these comforting feelings, and really there's something darker and more sinister brewing beneath the surface. And you shouldn't even strictly speaking follow along with nostalgia. It should get old. It should be the type of thing that is discouraged in your literature class and looked down upon. And I think a lot of people actually do frown upon the nostalgia of Bradbury. But if you read to the ends of these stories and you look a little bit deeper, what you're realizing is that he has this incredible ability to get us to go along with these things, and to basically deliver everything in a sort of matter-of-fact way where the characters believe it, or the characters deal with it in a certain way, so we as the readers deal with it in the same way. And these guys, the moment they get off a rocket ship on Mars and find small human towns, and then they see their dead ones in them, like, they should be freaking out. But because they don't freak out, we don't freak out. We begin to believe it, we begin to buy into it, and then Bradbury inevitably pulls the rug out from beneath us and reveals that things are not what they seem. So, yeah, it's one of those, another remarkable Bradbury story that shouldn't work, but it works, and not every author could pull it off. You would probably get slapped down in your college writing course, but Bradbury wouldn't, because he sells it, and he sells it damn well. And so for that reason, this 1948 story still holds up, despite being, the talks of rockets and things like that being completely absurd and out of date. But yeah, guys, Mars is Heaven, 1948, from the stories of Ray Bradbury. Next up, we'll be looking at The Silent Towns from 1949. That is the 12th story in the collection, The Stories of Ray Bradbury. So I hope that you will subscribe, tune in, and until next time, keep it creepy.